Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you're having a good one. There is so much news between last night's show and this morning's show that I couldn't fit all of the bullet points into the Crypto Minute. That's how much. So I'll start off with a big bullet point, a huge bullet point. The pressure is on President Biden to change his stance on crypto. Why? His opponent is now accepting crypto. And we're talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDC, DOGE, SHIB, XRP, Solana, and even 0x. That's huge. That's huger than huge, right? We've been hearing murmurs about, with about faces. We thought that the Democrats would fight the current bill that's coming through, or one of the bills that's coming through. They decided not to whip against it. Wow. So that's a major thing. And I think that the lobbying that Elizabeth Warren has been doing for, on behalf of going against the bill just did not work, fell short. Not surprising. So that's huge. Then you have the SEC looking like it's going to approve an Ethereum spot ETF, or approve the Ethereum spot ETFs. And the first deadline is actually tomorrow. Now, you put all that together with an about face and you kind of say, okay, things are looking up. Crypto has become something that is affecting US politics, and it's affected politics around the world, but in such a bold way, it's affecting US politics. And the parties are trying to take the weapon away from each other, so that way it doesn't become a weapon, in other words, and that way you can have cleaner elections. Great, awesome. I just care about how does it affect my bag. I know that's pretty foul, but I want to know how it affects my bag. So if Biden's opponent is accepting crypto, do I think that Biden's going to accept crypto? No, but I do think it'll make him not get in the way. So maybe he will actually sign that bill. Maybe. The pressure is on, and the pressure is on in a major fashion. So I'm sitting back and I'm just saying to myself, yeah, if he doesn't sign the bill, and, something else about that bill, Gary Gensler's crying. Imagine that. He's crying that the bill will basically undermine his authority to enforce. And I'm like, dude, nobody would be angry with you and your enforcement tactics if you were working with the industry to make the guardrails known to everybody. So far, the only company that he's actually worked with, or his administration's actually worked with, has been Prometheum. Seriously. You take a step back and you look at that and you just kind of go, dude, do us a favor. Come clean, be transparent, actually work with us to protect users and protect investors, and stop doing things because you think it to be true, think it to be right. I mean, look at spot ETFs. If the Ethereum spot ETF actually gets approved, the off-ramp is already being set up. I was discussing it last night. The off-ramp is going to be, and everybody should be seeing this, the off-ramp is going to be, well, if you're staking Ethereum, that means that is a security. So I think his message is going to start turning into, oh, well, we didn't mean Ethereum was a security. We mean staking Ethereum is a security. Even that's kind of dumb. But that's his off-ramp. I think that is his clear off-ramp, and that's how Gary Gensler is going to escape, right? By saying, well, we really didn't mean Ethereum itself. And I'm sitting back and I'm going, yeah, you're starting to see pressure being put on the United States government to take a more pragmatic approach and working with this basically nascent industry. And I'm sitting here, I'm just saying to myself, that would be great. That would be great. How did Prometheum secure a special broker dealer, label, and nobody else did? Nobody. Nobody. And I'm just like, if you made everything clear to everybody, then you wouldn't have so many companies freaking out. The pushback from Uniswap, the pushback from Coinbase, the pushback from a lot of these companies are, listen, we're paying attention. We're listening. We're reacting to what the public wants. I mean, look at Binance. Binance is saying our new rules are going to focus on quality projects. Our new rules are going to try to hamper scams and rug pulls. That's what they're aiming for. You have a new coalition between major exchanges, and others that are saying, yeah, we might be able to help people identify scams, rug pulls, and the like. And that's what we're going to do. I'm sitting back and I'm saying to myself, so the message is, we don't think the SEC is doing what it should be doing, so we're going to start doing it. I mean, I know I'm being, a prick about it. But seriously, I mean, stop and think about that. The industry is saying we're going to put together a coalition and we're going to be examining these things going forward. Right? And, with regard to meme coins, they see the writing on the wall. They see meme coins as being a problem. It was good when it was bringing adoption. But now that adoption is here, it's kind of like, okay, now we got to get rid of those meme coins. We got to figure this out. Now, what meme coins are they going to get rid of? Are they going to get rid of a Pepe? No. A Bonk? A dog with hat? No, they're not going to get rid of the popular meme coins because they've already proven that Pepe came close, that they're not scams. We're not a scam. We're here. They're just not quality projects in terms of they are doing something. Right? You don't see campaigns accepting Pepe. At least not yet. Right? You're not seeing transactions, like real transactions for products, services, things like that. You're seeing transactions based on investment. Right? That's all a meme coin is, an investment transaction, not a real transaction because of goods and services. But that whole landscape is changing, right? And it's because the government is being forced to change. External factors are forcing the government to change. America, I told you yesterday, American Bankers Association saying that, hey, a CBDC is not a good way to go. They see the writing on the wall. Crypto is hard enough for them to deal with. But to have the government take away, deposits too. I mean, think about it. The money would not be anybody's but the government's. It might trade hands, but the government could snatch that back like that. So people are really doubtful, really scared about CBDCs. Now, people will say that, you've heard Tether saying that they will stop accounts and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. That can happen. But for the most part, it doesn't happen. Now, are you going to trust the U.S. government or any government not to do that? You didn't vote for me. Just imagine. I mean, I know I'm taking it to an extreme, but just imagine. Whoever didn't vote for me, let's close their CBDC account, or let's take their CBDCs, or let's hold on to their CBDCs for an extended period of time. And you can easily see the abuse. You can easily see the abuse going forward. Which is why I like crypto. I don't like CBDCs. I just don't. Too much big brother and nobody can guarantee it. Right? But you have a lot going on that's pressuring the government to say, yeah, maybe we should rethink this whole crypto thing. Institutional adoption is probably one of the largest because their lobbying power is tremendous. Tremendous. Imagine BlackRock, Fidelity, Valkyrie, Invesco, Galaxy Digital, ARC 21 shares. Just imagine all of these trillion-dollar firms going to the government and saying, hey, you're moving down the wrong road. then you have the public saying, hey, you're moving down the wrong road. That comes with big changes. Bitwise just came out with news that says, hey, we have a sovereign wealth fund and a major tech company. They're under wraps right now, but they made huge investments in crypto. What? Say what now? Which means, I want you to listen to this, which means in a little while, we're going to have more positive news dropping about crypto. News drops now. Anonymous, sovereign wealth fund. I mean, you could guess guess who it is. There are very few, right? And then a major tech company. There are only a few of those. But when that news drops and the names actually come out, that's the second piece of positive news that's going to hit. Am I expecting the market to absolutely take off? You think? That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. So I'm sitting back and I'm saying to myself, we need to pay attention to things. We seriously need to pay attention to things. And I'm hoping, I am praying that, again, I'm not saying that we should not have regulation. I believe that we should. The industry believes that there should be regulation. There should be guardrails. There should be parameters of operation, checks and balances. But you don't get there through solo enforcement. I mean, think about this. The SEC declaring Ethereum a security is a problem to begin with. It's a problem to begin with, and this is why. I told you a while ago, the CFTC filed paperwork with courts, with federal courts, that says, oh, Ethereum is a commodity, period. So the SEC verbalizing something and the CFTC putting it on paper, black and white, in the court system, it's hard for the SEC to actually enforce what they just yapped about. They needed an off-ramp. They absolutely needed an off-ramp. And because of all of this, Standard Charter's like, yeah, no, we think Ethereum is going to hit 8,000. I forgot the time frame. They're like, oh yeah, 8,000. They think they think that it's going to be by year end. By year end, they're thinking Ethereum is going to double. Let that wash over you for a minute. Ethereum doubles by the end of the year. What is everybody else doing? The only bad news that I can think of right now, this second, is Ethereum takes off, and because of the staking problem, all of the staking coins have an issue. But I'll tell you what, those staking coins are still going to make money. It'll be a black eye. They'll still make money, but they'll keep making money until they get a knock on the door with a Wells notice. And even then, I don't know that the knock on the door is going to come. I don't know that it's going to come. Because I have Ethereum, it's a commodity. I now loan, I guess the loan itself, not what I'm loaning, but the loan itself becomes a security. That I could actually understand. And that would mean that every company that's, making that happen, that's a part of that process, would be working with unregistered securities. I could actually see that. Which dampens everything for Ethereum staking, not to mention restaking. Just saying. So that's a lot. That's a heck of a lot. And so Bloomberg is like, yeah, we think Bloomberg analysts are kind of like, yeah, probably like 75% that it's going to happen. Others are thinking it's even more. I believe it's Van Eck that's actually listed on DTCC. So it's going to get interesting really, really fast. Really, really fast. Right? So there's a lot going on that we need to be paying attention to, and I hope you're paying attention to all of it and connecting the dots. There's enough color out there right now that paints you a clear picture, a very clear picture. It doesn't mean everything is going to go take a straight line up. It doesn't mean, that's how it works. It means that we can be paying attention now to a lot of positive news, and even more positive news coming as the year progresses on. And that's going to be very interesting. I think the activity on Ethereum is going to be absolutely nuts. Absolutely, almost insanely nuts. Right? I mean, I'm just looking at it and just thinking, yeah, there's some stuff. There's some stuff. I'm not sure if I mentioned that Farcaster, a social media platform, Web3 social media platform, just raised $150 million. Can you say wow? Can you say wow? So things in the metaverse, dApps, everything that you're thinking about, development in the Web3 space is booming. Booming. Just saying. We should be looking at this as an opportunity. So for all of you that are out there thinking about, you're sitting on the fence, you don't know what to, here's a lot of news that you can go do some research on. You can go look at the numbers. There's a lot of stuff that you can act on right now. Anyway, you know what we should do? We should get into the numbers. So let me pull that, push that. All right, let me refresh this, guys. As you know, this whole spreadsheet has a whole bunch of stuff in it that enables me to track the top 250 coins. We've got a winners losers list. I've even got a fake purchasing tab right here. So it'll take all this information and it tracks whatever purchases that I would make. This is my workbook that I use because I'm trying to make it better to see if I want to sell it. But right now, who's down? Whoever's down right now, I'm gonna be like, I don't know if I'm gonna be interested in you. Helium's down, shocking. But I think for me that's more of a purchasing opportunity for both Helium and Lido, both down 7%. Beam is down 6%. Pendle is down 5%, but I have my 5% rule, so I'm kind of like, yeah, nah. Optimism is down 5%. Optimism needs to pick up. They're really ticking me off. And I think they will pick up. But it's amazing. Everybody else is booming and Optimism decides to, take a fall. Stacks is down 6%. That to me is definitely a buying opportunity. Stacks is going to get big. I think Stacks is going to get real big. At least with my research. Corgi AI, never heard of it. Haven't worked with it. Corgi AI, sorry. Up 29%. Never heard of this. Constitution DAO, up 39%. Let's see. Gala is up 19%. Why? Because they got $23 million back. They shored up the network, moved up to version 2 on the software, and I'm pretty sure they're fixing their controls that allowed the exploit to happen in the beginning. Let's see, who else am I paying attention to? Engine Coin is up after being down a little bit yesterday. Floki is up big, 7% right now. I think Floki is going to take off. I think all of the larger meme coins, Pepe, Floki, Book of Meme, Bonk, I think, Cat with a Hat, whatever the hell it's called. I think all of the major known meme coins, I think all of them are going to take off. We can get there soon. Like I said, Floki's up 7%. Book of Meme is up 7%. Meme coin itself is up 5%. I would never buy it. That's it for right now that I'm looking at, because I only track the top 25. Right, I only track the top 25, and then I have my 5% rule, and it kind of works out to be the top 25 winners and losers. Kind of works out, right? Because you hit the 5% rule right here, bam, right, and then you hit the 5% rule right here, almost in the same spot, right? So that's what I pay attention to, because at that point, I'm paying attention to sways. I'm paying attention to bigger sways at that point. Anyway, what else do we have? So on the big board, you can see who's up, who's down. Pepe is up huge. SHIB is up nicely. DOGE is up nicely. Just hitting nice numbers and then maintaining a little bit. But I think when it really starts to hit that a presidential campaign is now accepting crypto, Holy moly. That's all I can say is holy moly. All right. Link is down a little bit, but you know how I feel about that connective tissue, and they have all that bank stuff that they're doing right now. Link, I buy Link the way I buy the rest of that bag right now, which is Link, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Toncoin might make it into that bag, so because I'm treating it like that a little bit. It's not officially in that bag for me. But there are a lot of things in that bag that I'm believing are connective tissue that I just buy. I just buy. Normal DCA, I just buy. Just pile it on. I have no problem with it. Just pile it on, keep it moving. Right? So that's what I'm paying attention to today. Now, could we hit another high and then come down a little bit because people are shaving profits? I'm not shaving profits anytime soon. Because I think things are going to go up in a major fashion when news really starts to hit. Remember, when I record this, by the time you guys get this news, that news is just getting out there. I'm reading news long before I actually shoot my videos. I'm collecting all of that data long before I shoot my videos. So imagine, it's been out there for hours, but it hasn't actually matriculated. It hasn't gotten all the way out there yet. Just saying, when it goes through the whole system and everybody figures out, holy moly, Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock taking in over almost 300 million by itself in its Bitcoin ETF. Wow. That's when it's going to start to hit. That's when it'll start to hit people. The fear and greed index is at 76. DeFi Llama, look at that number, 130. We haven't seen 130 in ages. And it's at $130 billion, $130.5 billion right now. Looking at the big board, you can see we're not as high as we hit yesterday, but we're still above my green line, which is above 69,399. That's huge. That's huge. Because look at where we were just a couple of days ago. We were trading all up in that blue band over there. All up in that blue band. That's where we were. That's where we existed. For more than a minute. So it's a big deal that we're hovering above that 70 number. And I think it's going to take off a little bit more. Anyway, let's take the numbers side by side. Again, we're looking at Bitcoin year to date, 66, Ethereum 65, BNB chain, don't sleep on it. Keep telling people, don't sleep on that, 98% year to date on return. Solana, 75% year to date on return. Just a little while ago, just a couple of days ago, it was below Ethereum and BTC. And now it's above them both at 75%. That's big. Solana's taking off in a major fashion. I told you to pay attention to DOGE and Toncoin bouncing back and forth against each other. DOGE is now taking basically a $2 billion lead. If you look at Cardano, Avalanche, and SHIB, that's a very short space. That's only a $2 billion space, basically a $2.2 billion range for those three coins. That's big. That's big. By the end of the summer, I could definitely see Cardano falling out of the top 10. I can easily see Cardano falling out of the top 10. And if Shiba Inu does what I think it's going to do, woof, that's going to be big, big, big. Looking at Bitcoin Cash, 97%. People still laugh at me. I tell them Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Cash. 7 days, up almost 20%. Shiba Inu, 20 days, 13%. Avalanche, 20 days, 30%. However, year to date is only 7%. Now you know why I keep telling you to take a look at those intervals, because you'll start to see the sway. You'll start to see the rhythm in some of these coins. You'll start to read the news. Pick out the coins that you're interested in. You're not going to be able to follow everything. Pick out the coins that you're interested in and take deeper dives. Know what you want to invest in. Know how much you want to invest. The schedule on when you want to invest. DCA, DCA, DCA. Near Protocol, 113% year to date. Past 7 days, 10%. Almost 11%. Near Protocol is taking off. It's definitely taking off. Polygon, long way to go. This used to be a part of my connective tissue. I used to think Polygon's going to do something. I still think Polygon's going to do something. I think Polygon's going to be bigger in the DeFi space than people think. And I don't mean DeFi just, underground DeFi. I'm talking about institutional investment level DeFi. Them, Avalanche, Uniswap, I think they're going to be big. Aave, I think they're going to be big. Just pay attention. Just keep watching. Keep watching. Look at Pepe, 976% year to date. Year to date. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. Again, do your research. Look at this. Look to see what's out there that you like. Put together your strategy and start executing. Anyway, I hope you guys hit the like button, subscribe. Know when I'm dropping a new video. I'll be on again tonight for the members. And I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.